What is happening, you guys? All right, Sunday, late Sunday morning for me, and hi. You might have seen my last flight going from Anchorage to Chicago. My internet connection, for some weird reason, crapped out briefly and killed the stream. And then when I tried to restart it to do the last part of it, I could not get it to work. It just kept showing up as an upcoming, but wouldn't actually let me seem to let me broadcast it for whatever reason. But I made it down. It was not the easiest landing because say intentions ATC gave me some weird vectors. After I was on a downwind leg, I think I was heading 095 and I was going to be landing on 28 center, which has a runway heading up, I think 272, something like that. I was expecting a left turn, to go left base, and then they gave me a right turn, basically like a 270 type of loop, until I got to heading a 310. And then I think they gave me a 305 heading or something like that until I intercepted the localizer. But by the time on where they had me at, though, by the time I intercepted the localizer, it was only maybe 2 or 3 miles from the runway at most. So yeah, it was a bit of a fun time trying to get it down on the ground, especially considering it was a 747 that I was using. So made it down. If it had been a real world flight, I would have definitely been saying missed approach. I need more, or might need more time to get a stable approach set up. But then again, it's a sim, so figured I'd have fun, see what I can do with it to get it on the ground regardless, and got it down there safely. But it's some work. Okay, let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to fly to on this one here, though. Let's go to flight radar. KORD. Chicago O'Hare. I actually had daylight conditions there by the time I was. Okay, so I have an ERJ for flight sim, but it's horrible. It's got a lot of issues, has a lot of performance problems. I don't know that I really want to use that one. Chicago to Indy is not a very long flight, though, so there is that. I could also do United Airlines. I don't like using Airbus, but I could always do, but United does have 737s as well, so there is always that possibility. I could do that one instead. Or if I wanted to really do an actual Boeing aircraft or something else, what is it? C-68? I don't even know what C-68 is. Citation, okay. I have used the Citation before. The Teterboro, okay. I've driven right past Teterboro before. I don't know. I usually try to go in order. Now, I could always say, we could always do this with something other than ERJ. Could always use the 737. Yeah, it's kind of a shorter flight because Indianapolis is right down here. It's not really that far a flight from Chicago to there. It'd probably be less than an hour, but it's, why not? I guess just for the heck of it, we could do that. Like I said, American Airlines, they do have a Boeing aircraft, so I can always just say to hell with it. Let's just use the 737. Who says I have to use an ERJ for this? Endeavor or isn't it or Endeavor or Envy or I want to say let's see, no, ANY. Always get it mixed up. I'm not talking about Etihad. I'm talking about. Come on, I said ENY. Like that's twice I tried putting E in there and what the. Okay, Envoy. That's right. I don't know why I have a hard time remembering that. Okay. Uh, yeah. Again, I really don't have the biggest thrill about using the ERJ. I don't know. I really want to use it. So, and being that it is an American Airlines flight, I might just use that AAL 3672 instead. Let's go ahead and do that. AAL 3672. KORD to KIND. B38 Mike. Yeah, see, it's only 171 miles. That's a pretty short flight for a 737. It's not a big deal. Departure runway 9C. And let me see if I can get my say intentions to actually give me the weather this time. KORD. I don't know if that's the actual. Yeah, I had a hard time getting say intentions to let me pull up weather yesterday. Yeah, it looked like it's having an issue again today. Not sure what's going on there, but oh, there we go. Now it's pulling up the info for O'Hare. Okay, no, we can't use the nines. The 27s and 28s are the ones that are in use. Looks like 27 left, 22 left, and 28 right are in use for departures. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the sim and figure out where we want to park ourselves first. Okay, now I know a lot of people have a really jock on the PMDG 737. I don't know. I might at some point in time get it, but it's not that big a deal to me yet. I'm not that gung ho about everything being like done exactly. Okay, let's see. Where's American? All right, there's our American. I doubt. I don't think Envoy has 737. I think they only fly the ERJs and stuff. But just curious. No, okay. All right, so we'll just stick with that. All right, KORD. All right, we got some weather there. Might clear up. Looks like over here by Indianapolis, but definitely looks on the not so good side up here closer to Chicago or further up. No, that's not. I mean, O'Hare I know is over here by I-294. Been by that airport too many times in a truck to know that it's. I know it's not anywhere near the near Lake Michigan. Okay. What were the runways? I was saying. Let's see. Oh. Okay. How about we just do gate G17? I don't know what gates that American uses, but we'll just go with G17. Okay, gonna load up. Okay, yeah, I'm not always so much into like that mundane, like doing pre-flight shit on a damn simulator aircraft. It's just like I don't mind simulating some failures and stuff, but I mean, let's be real here. It's like, do we really have to have an aircraft that has that needs to be constantly inspected by me? I'm here to fly it, not to inspect it. Okay, let's get back into. Okay, so we're not going to use runway 9C. Actually, I need. Let me pull up the. How are there no charts for O'Hare? That is really hard to believe. No damn way. Okay, charts. Taxi. Okay, if we're right where we're at, then 2-8 right or 2-8 center would be ideal. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into here though. Weather, ORD, double check. All right, departing. Okay, if I'm gonna be using 28s at all, it's gonna have to be the right one. So 2-8 right, we will have to plan on. Let's do 2-8 right for departure. Select a new SID or star for, yeah. I don't know what the arrival runway is going to be yet. We can plan on that. Well, actually, you know what? It's a shorter flight, so can always put. Let's get an idea at least which runways Indianapolis is using. Arriving and departing 2-3 right and 2-3 left. Okay, I have it set to 2-3 right. We can work with that. Let's go ahead and generate the flights. All right, let's pre-file it on say intentions. All right, we're calling American 3672. Sound like we got some other activity near us. Oh, I'm in the right area. I don't want to see our bunch of. All right, well that works. Okay, let me. Let me get the goggles fired up. Didn't even look at what altitude we're going to be using on this flight. It's definitely not going to be very high. It's 160 miles. That's, I mean, if I got all the way up to 37,000, it would only give me like 30 miles to work with or somewhere around there before I'd already have to start descending again. So definitely, probably not even going to make it up above 30,000. Probably lower than that. Oh, it looks like 23,000 is what it's flight planned for. Okay, let's get into VR mode. There we go. Get back to that, and then move that up there. And okay, 121.6. Okay, let's get power on. Come on. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's say we got used to the 747 where I had to flip it. Where I had two switches that I just hold in for a second, but. Okay, we'll get rid of a lot of this stuff here. This is kind of abbreviating the process. Let's go ahead and import our route. And while it's doing that, I'm going to set up $121.6, I think it was. Yeah, looks like that. Why do I still have yesterday's thing on there? I already pre-filed it. Okay, let's see if it updates. It's showing the right aircraft type, it's just not showing the right call sign. Okay, we are already aligned on the IRSs. Get battery on, arm exit lights, put the seatbelt lights to auto. Alright, start the APU up. Get this preset somewhere in the. We'll try 250, but I still got to look at the departure procedure. It could call for a lower speed. Alright, let's get our FMC set up now. Okay, yeah. Good to go there. AAL was at 3672. Okay, 28 right. Zero fuel is 123.5. Cost index should be, oh, okay, it's 40. I was going to say it probably, oh, oops, wrong line. Okay, yeah, 23,000. Just to make sure we're set up right there. Cruise winds 252 at 27. Okay, N1 limit. Let's go to performance. Populate. Alright. Weather's already there. Okay, we're going to use DTO2. Flaps. 1.5 like usual. Okay, CG, we'll check in a second. Oh, we don't have very high. That's a fairly low VR speed, even for DTO2. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, normally I would expect to be up over 140 when I'm using DTO2, but I think these winds are, a contributor. Okay. 2 knot headwind cross component and 14 knot crosswind component. Okay, what is our CG at? 28. Okay, take off trim, let's set to 5. I don't normally use this one though. I'd rather use. See, that's like way off between what the indicator shows and what this digital shows. I usually find that the one that's on that that HUD or whatever you want to call it is reliable enough. Let me get that moved over. Just in case I decide I do want to use this HUD here. I always forget, do I have trim? Nah, I don't see trim on there. Okay. So you only got 130 for VR and yeah, 136. So yeah, we're probably taking off later, probably because of that being such a short flight. Okay, I don't really concern myself with any of that since I already have the info of sim brief. Okay, now we can call for clearance. What do we got there? Look like an ERJ or something taxiing over there. Ah, 3672 right now. Clearance, American 3672. Request IFR to Indianapolis.
Clearance on request. You're number 1. American 3672, cleared to Indianapolis. Radar vectors earned, then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 23010 minutes after departure. Departure on 126.625 squawk 5346. Expect runway 28 right.
Radar vectors earned, then is filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Expect 230 and 10. Departure on 126.625, squawk 5346, and runway 28 right. American 3672.
American 3672, read back, correct. Contact ground on 124.125, when ready.
24125, 3672. Okay, I think I'm ready for push and start. Ground, American 3672 is ready for push.
American 3672, O'Hare ground, push and start approved, tail east.
Push to start approved till east, 3672.
Skywest 5489er, cross runway 10 left.
Cross runway 10 left, Skywest 5489er.
Quit moving my thing on me, damn it. I keep forgetting to look up how to get the mouse to stop snapping to one while I'm on here. Oh, no, go back. Ramp, flight deck, request tug.
I didn't copy that, say again.
Ramp, flight deck, ready for pushback.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake, tug standing by for pushback.
Parking brake released.
Roger, stand by. Bypass pin inserted, just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Ready to start pushback.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake, tug standing by for pushback.
Parking brake release, ready for pushback. Oh, now that, yeah. Well, the tug's not actually showing that it's hooked up, but I can tell that the air, oh, great.
Ground to flight deck, pushback commencing to the left, off box time 1:34 p.m. Pushback already in progress, request abort if needed.
Freaking goggles are acting up again. Yeah, I might have to abandon the goggles again. They are acting up. My virtual, my virtual desktop, I think quit responding. Even with a good, faster connection, I still have issues with it. I'm convinced that it's something to do with virtual desktop. I'm pretty sure it's going to say it can't connect. Oh, did it actually work? Huh.
Ground to flight deck, pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Okay, we got our goggles back released. Engine start complete. Parking brake set. You're clear to disconnect. Okay, taking off. Hard, can't tell. Yeah, figured they were.
Ground to flight deck, bypass pin removed. We've disconnected and crew is clear. You're good to go. Goodbye. See you soon.
Copy, clear. Have a good day. Okay. Yeah, I say attention's window back up. Okay, we are set. Ground, American 3672 is ready to taxi.
American 3672, O'Hare ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Alpha, Alpha 13, Bravo, Lima Lima, November Yankee.
Two eight right via Alpha, Alpha 13, Bravo, Lima Lima, November, Yankee, 3672. Okay. Let me get my Navigraph chart pulled back on too. Oh, got a FedEx taking off. Okay, let's get our flaps set. We're ready to. I want to say it was 272 was our heading. United flight there. Okay, we have to make a right turn first. And basically a U-turn over here on at this next taxiway. Okay, that's Alpha 13.
Southwest 3685, ready to taxi. Southwest 3685, runway 22 left, taxi via Victor 7, Victor. Runway 22 left, taxi via Victor 7, Victor Southwest 3685.
Looks like another United flight there.
Ground Envoy 3812, taxi to the gate.
Envoy 3812, taxi to parking via Whiskey 1, Whiskey Zulu, November, Bravo 1, Bravo, Alpha 14, Alpha.
Okay, let's hit
Whiskey 1, Whiskey Zulu, November, Bravo 1, Bravo, Alpha 14, Alpha, Envoy 3812.
Alright, O'Hare to Indy. Okay, let's get to this next taxiway that I need. Oh. Oops. That was dumb of me. Okay, yeah, okay, we're gonna drop in behind that other airplane that's over there. Double check the runway heading.
Southwest 4882, cross runway 27
273.
center.
Cross runway 27 center, Southwest 4882.
Envoy 3618, runway 22 left taxi via Alpha 14, Bravo, Lima Lima, November.
Runway 22 left taxi via Alpha 14, Bravo, Lima Lima, November, Envoy 3618.
Freaking goggles are acting up again. The display inside the goggles froze, but I can see it that it's responding on the monitor at the end.
Envoy 3812, cross runway 10 center.
Cross 10 center, Envoy 3812.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep dealing with that crap. Don't know why it does that, but.
American 3672, contact tower on 132.7.
132.7, American 3672. Okay, I will wait here behind this United flight.
American 2711, contact departure.
Departure American 2711, good day.
Tower, American 3672, holding short of 28 right, ready for takeoff.
American 3672, O'Hare Tower, runway 28 right, hold short. You're number one behind the 737 MAX. Envoy 3812, hold short of runway 10 left. Holding short of runway 10 left, Envoy 3812.
Hold short 28 right for the departing 737, 3672.
Approaching runway 28, right.
American 3672, runway 28 right, winds 190 at 14, gusting 26. Fly runway heading cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway heading 3672.
Brickyard 4704, winds 190 at 14, gusting 26. Runway 28 left, cleared to land.
Okay, so you're calling out board. That's further down.
Southwest 4882, hold short of runway 27 left.
28 center.
27L holding short, Southwest 4882.
Brickyard 4704, contact ground on 134.150,000.
Approaching runway 28, right.
Short of runway 10 left, Envoy 3812. Southwest 4882, hold short of runway 27 left.
Approaching runway 28 right.
Let's see. Let's do a level change. I need more vertical speed than that.
American 3672, contact departure.
Switch of departure, 3672. Departure, American 3672 with you, 2200, climbing 5000.
American 3672, Chicago departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 230, turn left, heading 140, vectors to earn, then on course.
Said 140, vectors. Left turn 140, climb 230. Vectors to earn, then on course. 3672. Now they cleared me all the way up to my cruise altitude very quickly. Okay, 140 should already be getting me into the neighborhood of where earned is at. No.
American 3672, direct earn, then is filed, please.
Direct turn, then it's filed. 3672. Okay, now we switch over to
American 3672, just a heads up that we had an aircraft report light to moderate turbulence about 29 minutes ago at flight level 60.
Copy chop report 3672. I don't have landing, approach, whatever set up. Alright, got some kind of traffic over here on our right.
Let's 48 Alpha contact Toronto Center on 132.7.
132.7, Houston 48 Alpha, thanks.
Coming at us
American
from the right.
2711 contact Chicago Center on 126.425.
126.425 for American 2711.
Okay, he's already behind us.
Departure for Air 4720, 2000 for 4000.
Brickyard 2720, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000.
15 miles out. We should be by them by before it becomes an issue. Okay. 280. Switching.
Departure Envoy 3618, 2000, 4000.
Envoy 3618, radar contact, climb and maintain 6000. Brickyard 4720, contact Chicago departure on 133.625.
Over to Chicago departure on 133.625, Brickyard 4720.
Brickyard 4720, contact Chicago Center on 126.425.
Brickyard 4720.
Envoy 3618, contact Chicago departure on 133.625.
5, Envoy 3618.
American 2737, contact Chicago departure on 133.625.
133.625 ECU, American 2737.
Departure, Aeromexico 653, 2000 for 4000.
Aeromexico 653, radar contact, climb and maintain 11, 1000.
1000, Aeromexico 653.
Supposed to earn.
American 3672, contact Chicago Center on 132.905.
132.905 for American 3672. Yeah, I expected that. Usually right around, right before I get to flight level 182 is when they do that. Chicago Center, American 3672 with you, flight level 180, climbing flight level 230.
American 3672, Chicago Center, good afternoon.
Gotta turn these lights off. I was supposed to, but it didn't. Oh. Yeah, actually everything looks good. I think we should be all right. see now the stuff for O'Hare is finally showing up. Okay. I think 2-3 right is what we were set up for. So 230 degrees would be our course. Oops. Accidentally did that. Airfield, is it? Well, there are a lot of terminals, a lot of gates there to park in.
Envoy 3672, contact Indianapolis Center on 133.425.
133.425, Envoy 3672, thanks.
That was actually my flight, but I just set it on American instead. Right, ILS is 111.75.
American 3672, expect the ILS runway 23 right approach into Indy.
Expect 23 right into Indy, American 3672. Now I'm going to have to say American 3672 every time instead of just shortening it because I'm using the same flight number as the Envoy flight, so that's the downfall of doing that. Okay, what's your... Looks like Emily is our next waypoint. Okay, Emily is actually in our flight plan here, on our arrival procedure. Shouldn't Barbie or Jelly or something else be in there though? Not really a big deal.
Chicago Center, SkyWest 6439, flight level 230.
439, radar contact.
miles from Emily, and Emily's right there. I think I'd be closer in because, especially when it's 14 miles from Teaneck to Emily. Alright, gate Bravo 8 is what they're going to assign me. We're only 2 minutes from top of descent. Okay, Bravo 8 is right over here. Okay. So second from the end on that north side of that terminal. It's pretty easy. I say that it's I already have the runway info plugged in on my CDI.
American 3672, descend via Jack 2 to 4000 E-line or transition into Indy. Altimeter 29er.
Send 4000 via Jack's arrival and 29er for American 3672. Because I tend to pick up speed when I do 2,000 feet per minute. I prefer not to. Yeah, see, this is off. Use a Navigraph chart.
Skywest 595, contact Houston Center on 127.725.
127.725 for Skywest 595.
That's not right. It's got the wrong flight info in there. Another one where, okay, I'm already past Emily, if I remember right. Should be direct Jack, so why am I not showing up in there? Yeah, see, I'm in between Emily and Jack. Okay, so yeah, I'm Zosar, and then we'll vector over this way to land on that runway there. All that flat terrain. Eastern Great Plains. We're all. Actually, no. I think we're getting all the too far over for the Great Plains. I forget where the east end of the Great Plains is, but then it starts to get more hilly, I don't know, wavy, whatever, in Iowa. And then Illinois is fairly flat, so Indiana, I would say mostly flat too. It really doesn't start to get much for mountains until you're like eastern Ohio, really. Let's see, what do you give me there? Oh, you don't need to give me that much.
American 3672, contact Grissom approach on 123.85.
123.85, American 3672. Grissom approach, American 3672 with you, 12,000, descending 4,000.
American 3672, Grissom approach. Good afternoon, Indy altimeter 299er.
2999er, American 3672. What was that heading?
Chicago departure, Lindbergh 4452, 1000.
Heading 050.
Lindbergh 4452, radar contact.
I want to preset my heading mode, so when it's time to vector, I don't end up. So I can already maintain the heading that should already be on by then. You should be in
Envoy 3820, contact Chicago Center on 126.425. 126.425, Envoy 3820, thanks for the help.
speed or altitude restrictions. Well, we're supposed to be above 10,000 by VBAC, but they cleared me all the way down to 4. Okay, are we direct EB'd or CMOD? Should be this way. because I know we're vectoring this way. Benton and Zosar? Okay, yeah.
American 3672, contact Indianapolis approach on 124.65.
124.65, American 3672. Indianapolis approach, American 3672 with you, 8200, descending 4000.
American 3672, Indianapolis approach. Good afternoon, Indy altimeter 299er.
Looks like it might be our airfield right there. Yeah, it should be right in that area, right in front of us. Turn downwind here in a minute. Get our first set of flaps out. Why do I really need to have a 30,000 foot per minute descent right now? Really don't need it to be that steep. Alright, starting our downwind turn.
American 3672, I'm extending your downwind for sequencing. Turn left heading 015 vectors for the ILS runway 23 right approach.
Left turn 015, American 3672. I got one. Might have me another one, we'll have a chance then. I do see other aircraft in the area. Including an American 2954 up ahead. Look like they're turning now. Yeah, look like they might be turning, yeah, look like they're turning, line up with Indianapolis. DME info for the ILS over here.
American 3672, turn left heading 345.
Left turn 345, American 3672. Give me a bunch of really funky vectors again like the yesterday.
American 3672, maintain 4,000 feet, turn right, heading 160.
Maintain 4,000, right turn 160, American 3672. Coming back in view there. Yeah, he's vectoring me right to about where that is at, so that'll work. Imagine I'll get a turn to 200 or so. A little bit, yeah, before I get there. I usually like to have you intercept at a 30-degree angle.
217 miles from KORD. Turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 2,600 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 right approach, altimeter 29999er.
Right turn 200 down to 2600, clear ILS 23 right, right for 3672. Handed off the tower when right around the time we intercept. Switch LNAV now, that way when it's about to intercept, it'll automatically turn me toward it. Less than 5 miles from our turn. Okay, 13, usually about every 2.5 miles or so is when I like to extend flaps some more from here. Okay, so yeah, 12.5. We'll get to 10 DME, we'll give it another notch. Just gonna wait till about lined up with the runway before I'll extend the landing gear. There's our airfield right there. Should be starting to intercept pretty soon.
American 3672, contact Indy Tower on 120.9er.
Switch to the tower, American 3672. Tower, American 3672, ILS 23 right. Should they already be intercepted?
American 3672, Indy Tower, Roger, winds 200 at 16, gusting 21.
Should already be intercepted. So you're a bit off there.
American 3672, runway 23 right, winds 200 at 16, gusting 21. Cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
Clear to land, caution birds. American 3672. Localizer's coming in now. Light slope's starting to come in as well. Let's go ahead and go ahead and do a hand-flown approach. Am I fighting something? I don't, like, why don't I hear the pitch trim moving still when I'm not even using it? I knew something wasn't right. Visual of the runway, so it's hard to see the PAPI lights. I can see them, but it's hard to tell what they're telling me. I think I see 1 red and 3 white, but it's hard to say for sure.
Approaching runway 23 right.
Getting actually a little bit too low here. Got some gusty winds here. I almost forgot to drop the landing gear. Holy crap. I'm glad it warned me.
400. 300. 200. 100. Approaching minimums. 50. 40. Light slow.
Oh wow, look at all them birds.
10.
3672, welcome to Indy. Contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9 for ground, American 3672. Alright, let's try to get to the end of the runway. Tower, American 3672. Just FYI, there were a bunch of birds flying around just above the approach end of the runway.
American 3672, roger. Thank you for the report on bird activity.
Set brakes, and then we'll contact ground and request taxi to the gate. Ground, American 3672 is clear of 23 right, request taxi to the gate.
American 3672, taxi to gate B8 via Bravo 7, Bravo Sierra Echo. Good day.
Gate Bravo 8 via Bravo 7, Bravo Sierra Echo. American 3672. Alright. Release brakes and make this turn here. I already know where that gate's at, so Bravo 7, Bravo Sierra Echo. Not much for a terminal here, so what taxiway am I on right now? On Bravo. Okay, so Sierra will be the second taxiway up. And work our way around the terminal here. We can, yeah, obviously the terminal's right over here. Basically use the second taxiway over here, and then come up, and then come around to the other side up here, and then it'll be like the second gate from the end on the other side of this concourse.
United 377, ready to taxi.
United 377, runway 23 left taxi via Kilo Romeo Charlie Charlie 1.
Runway 23 left taxi via Kilo Romeo Charlie Charlie 1, United 377.
Let's see where that guy's at. I don't know if he's over here on this side or somewhere else. Anybody over here looks like they're dead. I'm going to attack. Everybody's up against gates over here.
685, taxi departure via Charlie 7, Charlie Papa Juliet, hold short of runway 32.
Charlie 7, Charlie Papa Juliet, hold short of runway 32, Blue Street 5285.
We have a winner. A little bit late to start my HQ up though. Then the HQ bleed open, engine bleeds off. All that crap off. And we go ahead and kill the engines.
Mentor 05 Yankee, ready to taxi.
Mentor 05 Yankee, runway 23 right taxi via Mike Delta, hold short of runway 32.
Runway 23 right taxi via Mike Delta, hold short of runway 32, Mentor 05 Yankee.
Okay, balance off. Yeah. Yeah, that can stay on, I guess. Stay on for the maintenance guys. Alright, yaw damper off. Keto heat off. Okay, I think everything is good there. Engines are static now. Alright, and set our whatever. Oh, I never even move this. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, that's a wrap on this one. I might or might not do another flight out of here later today. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to take a break first, though, and then may come back later. If not, maybe, I don't know, possibly tomorrow sometime or sometime during the week, I will see you guys again, right? Thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking the time to check this out.